What's going on? Welcome. We're going to do a review on a new movie that is in theaters with you right now. It's called Strays. So, we don't know how we're going to exactly approach how we're going to review it, but we're going to just kind of casually talk about it, give you an idea of whether you want to go see this movie, what do you think about this movie, whether this movie is for adults or for kids. And the answer to that we'll give you right now. It's not for kids.
Definitely not. You gotta take your kids to go see it.
No,
You'll be asked a bunch of questions that are meant for them to be like when they're teenagers or something.
Not unless you already got your kids into all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you do, as ODB says in his song Brooklyn Zoo, shame on you. For real. So, LES, given a thought of how you thought the movie started out.
Oh, I think it started out like it gave a good motive to why Reggie wanted to do what he did. Do we do spoilers in this?
Yeah.
Okay. So of course, spoiler alert. Reggie wants to bite Doug's penis off.
Well, you jumped way ahead.
Well, that's just one of the motives. That's one of the motives he has. But originally, Doug wanted to he tried everything he could to get rid of Reggie. Everything he could. Like after his breakup with his girlfriend, he just did. He wanted to keep the dog in order to spite his ex-girlfriend, but he also didn't like or care for the dog
at all.
Not at all. Like he was absolutely abusive to Reggie.
Yep.
So Reggie, he was dropped off in Atlanta. So.
But now he didn't drop him off in Atlanta at first. At first, it was many failed attempts of trying to.
Yeah, he took him to a bunch of fields, like that one kid did in that one movie where he was like, "Get on, I don't want you no more." He tried to do a bunch of stuff like that. But every single time, he got further and further and further away from his house. Mm-hmm. And then eventually he dropped him off in Atlanta, on the mean streets of Atlanta. So he probably thought the dog would have died out there or something, or got killed by a black bear, or well, not in Atlanta, but just probably beaten or eaten by another dog, or
like a black dog, a big old Rottweiler or something.
Yeah, Rottweiler and a Doberman, which kind of crazy how they would be out there like that.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it gave great motives to why he wanted to do what he did, but it was just the entire movie was, in an adult way, very hilarious. Don't take your kids to see it, as we said earlier. Definitely, if you have dark humor, you will love the movie.
Oh, yeah.
You will love it because it's hilarious. I'll admit, it's hilarious.
Yeah. So let's go over some of the voices that's in it.
Oh, Will Ferrell plays Reggie.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx plays
I don't remember.
the pit bull.
No, he was a little dog.
Yeah, that wasn't a pit bull. It was like a bulldog.
Yeah, kind of like one of the dogs with a little snuffy nose.
Hey, you guys should stop. Let those dogs be, man. But don't breed dogs like that, man. What is it called? A French bulldog or something?
Something like that.
But yeah, dogs like that definitely get a meat rep. But people say that they're cute in an ugly way, or the ugly in a cute way or something. I don't know. I don't see how you can have that. Yeah, I don't see how you can have both. But whatever.
So that was Will Ferrell's character, Reggie's
best friend.
Dog that rescued him and ended up being his best friend.
He saved him like a red little dragon did in Mulan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the little shadow thing.
And he had to kind of help convince Reggie that no, your owner Doug doesn't love you.
He's not a good person. He wasn't. Honestly, I think if anybody in the right mind saw a person do what his owner did to Reggie, I think anybody would have either beat him up or called the police on him. Definitely.
But they would have had to see that it was going on. I don't think anybody saw what he was doing because all of that was behind closed doors, except for when he was
when
in the
he
field.
took him out to the field.
Yeah, but nobody was around to see it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, and then you had, and Randall Park was in many different shows.
He was in Fresh Off the Boat.
Yep.
He was the dad. That was one of my favorite shows back in the day. Fresh Off the Boat.
Yep. And he was in
He's
Young
not
Rock.
even 50 yet.
He is a young rock, which is a pretty good show also.
Always Be My Maybe. It was the San Fran movie. I'll give it that. Shortcomings. That's kind of like Always Be My Maybe. He was in The Interview. Oh my God, that was one of my favorite comedy movies.
Mm-hmm.
The Interview, where it's like a reporter goes to North Korea and spends time with how do you say his name?
Kim Jong-un?
Yeah, Kim Jong-un. And then he was in Blockbuster. Of course, he was in The Strays. He was in WandaVision. I forgot about that. But yeah, he was in a good amount of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Randall Park is a great actor. He has a certain personality that's like very comedic but very low key. So I like that. I think that's kind of my style.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he did great in the movie. His the dog that he voiced for was very funny. Dog had no game at all, had no riz. But they made certain objective views about his parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was funny. And then what's her name? She was
Isla Fisher.
Yeah, Isla. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fisher.
Played Maggie.
Yeah, she played Maggie.
So it was like a 4-pack of them that were the tight ones. It was who was it? Doug.
No way.
It was Bug. So Jamie Foxx's character, dog, was Bug.
Yeah.
Reggie and Maggie and Hunter.
Yeah. I did not know that Sofia Vergara was Dolores the Couch. She played the voice for Dolores the Couch.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
It is.
She probably got paid $250,000.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then they had Dennis Quaid.
He was a voice and he was a character.
Yeah, I didn't know he was
the bird.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who Dennis Quaid was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's very popular on Generation X.
Yeah, it's 69.
But yeah, the movie was great. So Doug was trying to get rid of him multiple times, and every time he would throw a tennis ball, and
they call it fetch and flow.
Yeah.
But with the other word.
Yeah, and Reggie would go after it, and he'd take it back to him, and every time he took it back to him, Reggie would be like, because he'd hunt him all the way down, no matter where he threw it, he'd hunt him down, and Reggie would be like, ugh! But with the F. So that's what he thought it was. That's why Elliot said it was called fetch and
Yeah.
So that was pretty darn funny because every time he took it back and finally he got tired of it, put him in the truck, the back of the truck.
Not even in the
put
cabin.
him in the truck.
Yeah, not even in the cabin.
Right.
He put him on the bed of the truck. That little dog could have like flown back and got like launched off the truck.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care.
I'm surprised he didn't try that.
I'm surprised he didn't either. But until the end, of course he tried to murk him.
Oh yeah, he definitely did that.
Then the fire, and then he got his penis bit off. Yeah.
So they go through the mean streets of Atlanta, and they're navigating life, and when he finally is convinced that Doug isn't a good person, then he decides that he wants to go back, hunt Doug down, and bite his private parts off.
Yeah.
Because he said that's the only thing Doug loves, because he's always playing with his private part. And the crazy thing was, Reggie wore a scarf around his neck.
God, I forgot about that, man.
And the scarf was used by Doug to
his rag.
To catch. I don't even remember.
I'm not going to say what they said.
Yeah, I don't remember how he put it, but basically catch things from his favorite.
I'm surprised it wasn't stiff.
Right, exactly.
The way he was treating him, man.
So
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so that's why we said
don't take the kids to see it. No, it's terrible.
It's even an age limit for the kids you take.
Yeah,
like, shoot.
Like legit, like there's no movie where Will Ferrell isn't naked, or there isn't a naked person in the Will Ferrell movie,
or a naked conversation about a Will Ferrell movie. So and especially if you're a Christian parent and your child is 15 and church decides they want to go see a group together for the older kids. This is not the one. Not the one at all. So, but
take them to go see something else.
Yeah, but this was funny. It was funny. Adult humor.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
some of the stuff just like it keeps coming back to me what they said.
Mm-hmm.
They were commenting on Randall Park dog's, genitalia size, and then since he had no game, the one that Isla played, the Australian actress. He was like, well, thanks. Your JJ is huge.
Mm-hmm.
He had no game. He was trying to compliment her back, but
yeah,
that's not gonna work with the ladies.
Yeah,
no,
and too many ladies taking that as a compliment.
No,
really?
No, don't say that.
Really?
Nah, you will be in the doghouse for a while.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of good scenes in it. It was very good comedy for adults.
Definitely for adults.
I think probably your generation probably would appreciate it way more than any generation.
Definitely. My generation is just debaucherous in what we watch.
This movie wasn't as debaucherous.
Oh no, it was very like wholesome compared to a lot of stuff that comes out.
And you will get the good humor, the comedy in it. It's definitely edgy. It's not as bad as what was the name of Sausage Party.
Oh my God.
So you're cool there.
I watched Sausage Party for the first time about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
That is one of those movies I'll only watch once because it was hilarious in the ways that it was like just like disgusting, but it was so disgusting you just don't want to see it again. Cause like I don't know what Seth Rogen. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking about that one, bro. I honestly don't.
He think what he always thinks.
But yeah, that's just nasty. Yeah. I don't know what he was thinking. Cause like that's not a statement. That's not art. That was just like.
Yeah.
You sit there at the end of the movie, you're like, what just happened?
How much can I push this envelope? But as far as Strays, good movie overall. It runs through them trying to make their way back to Doug's house, which Doug is getting evicted, so he only has maybe 1 or 2 more days there.
Yeah.
And eventually they go through some stuff to get them closer to Doug's house, and they meet up with different events along the way. We won't go all the way into it, or
we still want you to watch the movie. Like we gave a lot of spoilers.
Yeah.
But like it's still worth the watch.
Oh yeah.
So go ahead and watch it.
Because they do get back to the house.
Yep.
When they get back to the house, different things happen. And it actually could be a good life lesson in the movie about how some people set themselves up for
most Will Ferrell movies do have good life lessons.
Yeah, because even Talladega Nights was about a father and a son who wanted his dad's approval and couldn't get it. This was a dog, or it could be an example of a person who sought after approval of someone else.
Doug deserved everything he got. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie, he probably deserved a little worse.
Yeah.
But he got everything that he deserved.
It's hard to get worse than what he ended up
No, I'd say there's some ways that he... I mean, get it down.
It's kind of hard to...
He never get hard again.
Nah, exactly. Exactly. So,
speaking of Get Hard, that was a funny movie.
Yeah, that was another good Will Ferrell movie. So, I think the life lesson in it is just people wanting approval from other people, because we always need, we're humans, we need people. Even if we try to live life alone, it doesn't always work, but you always have situations where someone wants someone because that person is the only person they knew, and they're looking for their approval, but that person that they're trying to get approval from isn't worth trying to get approval from.
Right, and even in the situation of like Randall Park and Isla's character, it was like sometimes you need that nudge of like to get the confidence to go after something such as like romance, which often is like very intimidating or very hard, especially like for like younger men and younger women, like going after that You know, especially like when you're a teenager, things are always awkward. Like you get around them unless you like don't have that outstanding confidence. You know, you're just not gonna like go about it. So having friends that help push you to go towards your goals, even if it's romance or success or living a lifestyle where you find yourself feeling free, then yeah, I feel like that was a great message that they had in the movie.
Yep, I love the movie. So, okay, with all of that being said, y'all remember, if you're watching it at the time that we're dropping this video, it is in the movie theaters. I think it's also on paid video on demand, so you can check it out that way.
It's on DVD too, if anybody has DVD players.
Well, no, I don't think it's on DVD yet.
They said own it or,
Yeah, but when they say own it, they're talking about you can pay for it like on Amazon Prime.
They don't do DVDs anymore?
I mean, they do, but when the movie is still in theater, they don't
want you to own
it. They'll let you pay for it, like on Amazon Prime, you might pay $19 or $20 to download it, and then it's supposed to belong to you. But that'd be another subject for another day on, is that really ownership?
Yes.
Because if they decide to just take it away and you don't pay for it, you don't have it unless you actually have it on your hard drive. So anyway, our scale, I guess we'll say from 1 to 10, what would you give Straight?
I'd give that a 6.5 to a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like that's pretty fair. I feel like a 5. People really downgrade how to really scale movies. A 5 is good, but it's also like, oh yeah, that was more. It was like all right. It had its bad parts, it had its good parts. 6, that's an above average good. 7, that's good. That's great. You laugh. So I feel like a 7, probably pretty fair. Pretty fair.
Yeah,
it's not an 8, 9, or 10 because that means it's like one of the top movies of all time.
Yeah, you're rarely gonna hear us say that unless it's like amazingly amazing.
It has to be amazing. I promise you, there will not be a movie that we will put over 7 or 8 that is absolute dog trash.
Right.
So
it ain't gonna be dog trash if we get 5.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah.
We'll tell you if a movie is like not even worth seeing. Like there was a movie like called Ambulance. Ooh. That was filmed like in LA or whatever. Mm-hmm. That was like a 0. That was like a 1. You should not see that. My brother would give you he'd give you a detailed essay about how he hated that movie.
Yeah, so like when Cisco and Ebert used to give thumbs up for movies, Elias and China would give 2 middle fingers for that movie. They hated it that much.
It was terrible.
They came out of the theater just fussing about it.
Look, there was even moments where we were in the theater where we just looked at it and was like, why do you have us out here on a Tuesday watching this dog trash when there's another movie we can just go see?
But it wasn't another movie, not real. I mean,
we could have gone to see another movie.
I think if we would have, during that time, I think the only other movie we might have been able to see, we might have already seen twice or something like that. I don't remember.
We could have gone to see it again.
But I mean, our whole thing is to try to see as many movies as we can so that we can
rank. Got a 6.1 out of 10?
What's that, on IMDb?
Yeah.
You never trust
68% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You don't trust them either.
It's because it's a
trust us.
It's because it's an African movie.
Trust us.
It didn't even break even. It made like 52 million.
Yeah.
You see that's not good. A lot of people are gonna say, oh, 52 million, that's a lot of money, but not for a movie, especially not for a Michael Bay movie.
Wasn't good, but Strays, yeah. So, Elias, you say you give it a what again?
I give that a 7.
I
give it a 7. Yeah.
I give Strays a good solid 6. It was very good. It was worth the laughs and all of that. I guess in my older age, the adult comedies aren't always as good as they used to be when I'm younger. So you can also scale that. You get older, you get a little bit more conservative on some of the things that you like. But I mean, it didn't go off the wall. It did not go super social. So if you're the type of person who don't like movies trying to preach to you about certain social issues, you definitely don't get it on here. None of it is just a straight up movie that was made to entertain you, to hopefully make you laugh as an adult, and to kind of of teach a lesson within it, you know. So they did good. They did very good at what they did.
Well. Treat your dogs very well.
Yep, treat your dogs well, treat others well, you know, treat people, and I guess even, you know, your furry friends the way that you would want to be treated. You want to be loved, you want to be cared for, you want to be nurtured. You do the same thing with people. You do the same thing with your pets. Took me a while to know that about pets, because, you know, I grew up in an era where the pet was a pet and not a person. That wasn't your family. That was what you had outside and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But now I understand it. The movie was real good. Good job, Will Ferrell. Good job, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is hilarious.
He was definitely hilarious.
Yep, I'm glad he survived what he went through.
Definitely.
Look forward to all the stuff that he'll be coming up with. What's his name again?
Randall Park?
Yeah, Randall Park is always funny. One of these days I don't remember his name. He's a super funny guy.
Yeah.
And all the rest of them, they were good. They were good. It was good to see Dennis Quaid in it for us Gen Xers. And all of that. So we appreciate y'all joining us. Give the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. And hit the bell for notification. And throw in some comments. If you've seen the movie, what do you think about the movie? If you haven't seen the movie, are you planning on going to see it? And maybe throw in some movies that y'all may want us to review in the coming future.
Even classic movies.
Yep, to save you from going to see a movie and wasting your time, or to help encourage you to go see certain movies.
And anime too. If you guys can get this man to watch anime, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it will be.
I watch a lot of anime. Watch a lot of Star Wars. I'll say it right now. I'm not a big fan of the new Star Wars stuff. If you guys really like support this, I will watch some new Star Wars stuff, and I will tell you how terrible.
Support it. Hit the like button.
I will tell you how terrible it is.
I want to do some reviews of some Star Wars, but we won't do it until my sons, the Super Twins, decide that they want to see it. And
look, it's not. Ever since episode 7, it's just been going downhill. Like,
hit the like buttons, hit the subscribe.
Do it before I go on a rant.
Throw in some comments, because I really want to watch it. It's always fun watching it with my sons.
It's fun to watch it with them.
But if they don't want to see it, we not gonna review.
Yeah.
So y'all do that.
But if you guys support us, that will coax us into doing it.
Yeah,
so support us. We are, of course, a family-friendly page.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we definitely are.
You can watch this with your kids. I promise you.
Definitely.
And if you're not, we'll be like, hey.
This episode is not for children.
Yeah.
Like, if I watch the Ahsoka series, I'll probably tell you a lot. This episode is not for children. But, yeah, we will also tell you, like, discretion advice for movies. Definitely help you guys out, because there's nothing more, I guess, debilitating in a moment for when a parent doesn't know that their child is just seeing something that could probably scar them for life. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.
See you guys on the next one.